Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at the Golden One Center in downtown Sacramento. Tonight, it's the Sacramento Kings taking on the Boston Celtics. Opening tip belongs to the Kings, and they'll have it first to start the fourth as well. We're underway in Sacramento. De'Aaron Fox. Cauley Stein powers it through. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet, and one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in a game, they can help you sustain that energy.
Here comes the screen. To Horford. Lets it fly from long range. He'll beat you time and time again. It's Horford with the three.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
Into the front court, it's Fox. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. Goes to the right side, fires the three. That's off the side of the rim, no good. To Marcus Morris. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Kings have the basketball. De'Aaron Fox to Harrison Barnes. Sizing up the defense. To Fox. A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Leads one. To Horford. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Fox with it. They're down three. To Hield. Beyond the arc for three. His first effort off the mark. It's Sacramento ball. Hield shot won't go. Rozier with it. Leads three. To Marcus Morris. Off the assist.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Fox into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Horford. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
De'Aaron Fox at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 72%. free throw try off the mark. Rozier into the front court. Up by 3. To Horford. There it is, Al Horford. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Fox across the timeline. 5-point game. Buddy Hield. Oh, that's 3 seconds. Oh, defender pulls the chair. To Hield. Has a chance. A shot by Hield, no good. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Across the timeline, it's Rozier. He'll run the offense. Tatum. Cauley Stein with the rebound. Runner here won't go.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Buddy Hield swats it. Rozier.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Sacramento ball. De'Aaron Fox to Barnes. For 3. Not enough touch. Harrison Barnes misses. To Marcus Morris. Harrison Barnes rejects it.
That kid can block out the sun,
To Hield. Nothing going here on that drive. Hield driving, but his shot misses. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Learn from that. You got to be a step ahead of the offensive player. Know that fake is coming again later.
To Horford. Rozier rocking the rim. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Here comes the screen. De'Aaron Fox to Hield. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, he had him there for a second. Short jumper won't fall. To Rozier. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
To Horford. Practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Kings with the ball. Here comes the screen. De'Aaron Fox. The pass set it all up.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Hayward to Rozier. That's out. Last touch by Terry Rozier. Into the front court. It's Fox. Down 3. Cauley-Stein to Hield. Scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Hayward to Jaylen Brown. Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
To Hield. Down low, Cauley-Stein. And a nice finish at the rim.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Rozier with it. Leads just a point. Nothing going here on that drive. Hayward to Rozier. Going to launch beyond the arc. And the Kings able to clear the board. De'Aaron Fox. 4-3. Bogdanovic is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 84% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. Second and 3 off the mark. Boston with the basketball. Here comes the screen. To Jaylen Brown. Boston with 4 to shoot.
2 minutes left in the first quarter.
It's no good. Defender did just enough to force the tough shot.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
From long range, can't go down. Smothering defense. To Jaylen Brown. Shot from the lane won't go. Fox with it. His team up by 1. The Kings now with 4 to shoot. Short jumper off the mark. Celtics have it. To Jaylen Brown. Willie Cauley-Stein with the block. Rejected by Cauley-Stein. Picked up. Here we go. Fox into the front court. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. They have to keep him in their grasp.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
To Hayward. Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Fox across the timeline. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Trying to cash in. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Hey, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Bogdanovic trying to cash in on the three-point play, shooting 66% in this contest. Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. To Hayward. Kings come up with it. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
First quarter is complete. It's the Kings with the lead. The shooting in that first quarter was white hot. It's got to be hard to think these teams can keep up that pace in the second.
The pace of this game has been prolific. As a fan, I love to watch. As a coach, I would be pulling my hair out. These players would drive me crazy. I need to see some defense, please.
I don't want to ask this question. What hair?
Why would you ask it then if you don't want to ask?
Just going there.
Okay. Well, you win.
To Alec Burks. From the painted area, won't go down. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
And hits the first free throw.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Kings, number 41, Costa Coopas.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. To Bagley. Not that time. To Hayward. Here comes the screen. To Marcus Smart. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Has a look. Gordon Hayward. That's how it's done. Can't ask for much more. He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the field.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Kyrie
They're
out
going to make
again,
some
laughing.
changes with some new personnel on the floor.
Number 42, Al Horford.
Ah, you've got to get that one to go. To Hayward. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Well defended. And a pass stolen by Boston.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Hayward to Jaylen Brown. To Hayward. Fine to shoot. Hayward. Now that's a contest.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Hayward. Almost unlucky bounce.
I got
It's a
Boston
Kings now
winning
with
by
the ball.
5.
Alec Burks works it up top. Here's a chance from long range. Off the mark. No good. To Hayward. Slam dunk.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
What a scoop, bro.
To Jaylen Brown. There it is, Al Horford. Now the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Alec Burks.
Wishing LeBron would win a damn game.
5 on the shot clock for Sacramento. Fires the 3. That's how you defend.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
He passed MJ on
Pass
points
taken
list
away
while
by the
down by
Celtics.
2-0.
Hayward. Terrific vision. Whoa, Jaylen Brown above the rim.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player, pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs a guard on the next play down the court.
With a drop step. It's rebounded by the Celtics. To Hayward. Lets it fly from long range. Not that time. He missed it. Has a chance. Yes. It drops. Little drama on that one.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot in there.
Play is stopped. Timeout Boston as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Subbing in for the Boston Celtics, number 0,
Laughing.
Jason Tatum.
Hayward to Horford. Into the front court. It's Fox. Down 4. To Alec Burks. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Harry Giles at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 50%. Wants to do better. The free throw is good. It's back to a one-point game. Celtics have it. To Hayward. Screen coming. Hayward. Nice pass to get
Who you
things
think is
going.
making the 8th
And
seed on
sometimes
the
less
West
is more.
Coast?
Keeping it simple is the best way.
Fox with it. They're down 3. Oh, emphatic slam.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Gonna be close.
Horford. To Hayward. And counted at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Fox into the front court. Down 3.
Yeah.
Oh, had him going there for a second. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Ah, the element of surprise on multiple fronts there. Well played.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First free throw is good.
Subbing in for the Kings, number 24, Buddy Hield.
2 for 2 on that trip. Fox across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. To Hield. Fires the 3. Hield forced that one. No good.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Kings have the basketball.
I got ball.
De'Aaron Fox. That's good D. Shot no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Rozier shot no good. Into the front court. It's Fox. 5-point game. To Bagley. Gets to the basket and scores.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Fox with it. Down 5. To Horford. Turns and slams it down.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
It's Sacramento ball. De'Aaron Fox to Harrison Barnes. Probing the defense to Bagley. Working hard on the glass. De'Aaron Fox. Sets him up. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a King. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Rozier into the front court. Lead stands at 7. Rozier rocking the rim. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Count the basket inside.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Rozier. To Marcus Morris. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Beyond the arc for 3. Brown with the 3 with a hand in his face.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
De'Aaron Fox to Hield. Oh, he had him there for a second. De'Aaron Fox to Barnes. For 3, not enough touch. Harrison Barnes misses.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Fox into the front court. Down 12. To Harrison Barnes. Oh, had him going there for a second. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
The okey doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Boston with the basketball. Surveys the floor to Rozier. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Short jumper stays out. Goaltending.
2 points.
Fox across the timeline. Down a dozen. To Barnes. Buddy Hield. Barnes buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Across the timeline, it's Rozier. His guys should be able to get the final shot.
Kings down by 2 in real life.
The pass taken away by the Kings. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass.
In the 4th QTR.
Late heave to beat the buzzer. Time expires to end the first half. The Celtics have the lead.
Oh shit. Kings are a fucking team this year.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Celtics have the lead, but not by much. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics. The Kings aren't down by too much at the half. I love the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impressed me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Sacramento Kings.
Game track. Bench points.
The NBA season is long, and these days, starters take rest days. And that's why it's so important to have bench players that can be productive like we're seeing here today.
player of the half.
Al Horford did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy
Be
like
right
this?
back.
Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Rozier with it. His team up by 7. To Horford. Trying to cash in. It goes down. He improvises and scores.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Here comes the screen. Baseline drive. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Bogdanovic trying to cash in on the three-point play. Shooting 75% so far tonight. Free throw up and good as he finishes off the three-point play. The lead is down to 6. Rozier into the front court. His guys lead here early stages third quarter. To Horford. It's no good. Great defense.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Across the timeline, it's Rozier. They lead it. 4-point game. To Fox. To Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
It's not a travel, Ed. You're allowed 2 steps after you pick up the ball. Now, these steps may be more east and west instead of north and south, but this is the new game that these young kids are playing.
Jay, they're so athletic. I would imagine it varies from official to official.
Or it varies from great player to great player.
Rozier, good for 3.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Sacramento ball. De'Aaron Fox gets it in the right corner. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Here comes the screen. To Marcus Smart. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marcus Smart. Into the front court. It's Fox. His guys down 3. Screen coming. Oh, he had him there for a second. It's Boston with the rebound. To Horford. And the rebound comes down to Sacramento. Kings with the ball. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
Fox with it. The deficit now up to 5. Rebound for Smart. To Rozier. Not that time.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Buddy Hield. To Fox. Going to launch beyond the arc. It's good. And the foul. And he's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
The most important part for the offensive player is to create space. If you can create space, you can find your rhythm. And that's what we saw. Bogdanovic with a chance at a 4-point play, shooting 80% in this contest. Got it.
Wow.
Celtics have it. To Marcus Morris. Nice pass to set things up.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
4-3. Message received. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Rozier.
You were doing work to come back, LOL.
Step back jumper.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
To Rozier. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Jason Tatum at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Off the mark at the line.
Right.
Fox into the front court. 5-point game. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
De'Aaron Fox trying to cash in on the 3-point play. He's struggled so far. Off the mark on his free throw. Rozier with it. Up by 3. Baseline drive. Down the lane. The shot won't fall. It goes down.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Nothing going here on that drive. De'Aaron Fox. From long range. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Rozier into the front court. Leads 3. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles in and out. To Hield. Oh, had him going there for a second. Cauley Stein powers it through.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Leads just a point. To Marcus Morris. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Has a chance. Tatum shot misses.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
And he'll head to the line.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximum effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
First one, count it.
Substitutions, Boston. Stepping in for the Kings, number 35.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
Probably about to take the lead right here.
Rozier with it. His guys now trailing by a point. To Hayward. To Rozier. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Down to 5 on the 24. Trying
Damn,
to cash
this
in.
is a close
Rozier,
one.
shot no good. Buddy Hield. To Hayward. Rozier. And it's Hield with the rebound. To Bagley. Shot from the lane won't go. Rozier into the front court. Tie game, 3rd quarter. Runner here won't go. Fox across the timeline. He'll run the offense. There's the toss. perfect feed to set up the basket.
You hear coaches talk all the time about passing the ball on time and on target. As a passer myself, if I can deliver the ball to you in a position where I cannot give you options to think, but just go up and make the play easy, that's a win-win.
From the painted area, won't go down. It's the Kings now with the ball. Barnes. Oh, bad pass, and the Celtics have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. To Bagley. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball.
Guys with the Aussie layup.
Misses the first.
Number 7, Jaylen Brown. Into the game for Sacramento, number 00.
Bagley flew through the air LOL.
No good on the first, no good on the second. 0 for 2. Celtics have it. To Marcus Smart. Boston with 4 to shoot to Jaylen Brown. Here's a chance from long range. Smart is tough. He loves those kinds of shots.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
Across the timeline, it's Rozier. His team up by 1.
Putback.
Curling inside, Willie Cauley-Stein. Tips it. That's his 3rd block this evening.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The Kings are out in front.
Let us go.
The Kings have the basketball as we begin the 4th quarter. Partner, you and I were just shaking our heads during this quarter break. We can't believe how good a game this has been.
And we've seen this so many times with the teams that are the most talented on paper. This shouldn't even be a game. But sometimes an underdog, they rise to the challenge. And they've really hung in there all the way in these 3 quarters.
You got this.
Drive here, but the shot stays out. Ball's controlled by Boston. To Marcus Smart. Nice finish at the rim.
I see this happen all the time. It used to happen to me. Sometimes an easy offense allows more effort to translate to the defensive end.
To Bagley. Lays it up and in.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Alec Burks. Oh, he had him there for a second. To Alec Burks. Fires the 3. Hand in his face. No good for Alec Burks. To Brown, down low. Whoa, Jaylen Brown above the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. With a drop step, old school, backs his man down for the basket.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
To Jaylen Brown. Hayward driving right to the basket. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
With a drop step. Oh, had him going there for a second. The jumper's off the mark. Lets it fly from long range. Oh, good offense, beating good defense.
They absolutely needed that. Great job by the offense to be poised and create a shot to pull ahead.
To Jaylen Brown. Drives, but a shot won't go down.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Another follow, still no good. To Alec Burks. Bagley. Fires the three. Shot off the mark. Good defense. To Hayward. Nothing going here on that drive.
What's up?
To Jaylen Brown. Oh, big finish at the rim. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at three coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Harry Giles at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far.
What's good? Just watching my Lakers in action. What team are losing
They
money?
go up by 3. Boston with the basketball.
Sacktown.
Hayward. Baseline drive. Yes, tough shot. It's got to go up to go in.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
To Alec Burks. Oh, he had him there for a second. How you practice leads to that.
He
Nice
will
pump
hit the
fake.
game winner in real life. Damn.
Bodies bouncing all
I
around
see
in
you
that
getting
layup
into
with the
Boston
offense
as
winning
LOL.
that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Hayward. The pass stolen by Sacramento.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
To Alec Burks. Here comes the screen. Count the bucket for 2.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Trying bro
Hayward
LOL.
to Jaylen Brown. Baseline drive, and look out.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there. considering the score.
You got this 9-9 to 9-4.
Kings have the basketball.
I got this play on. Let's go.
Take stock of the floor.
EAB
Nothing going
rating
here on
Boston
that drive.
players high.
Here comes the screen to Alec Burks. Can't connect from in close. To Hayward. Tatum. And the rebound pulled in by the Kings. Trying to take it all the way, but it's no good.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Majority of the players
Kings
either
will
too
use a
high or too low.
timeout as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game.
And this is where habits come into play. Players think they can turn that switch on and off at their beckoning call, but it doesn't work that way. That's why coaches talk about practicing good habits on a daily basis, because they show up in the fourth.
Facts. Truth. They still got Grayson Allen at a 7-5. He lower than that.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. De'Aaron Fox to Barnes. Pass to the rim, and a pass stolen by Boston. Has a look. Rozier shot no good. To Harrison Barnes. Beyond the arc for three. Too risky.
Grayson
Harrison
Hayden
Barnes
really
wide
playing
open.
much this
Drills
season.
it.
He deserves the
Just because
60.
someone is listening to you
LOL.
doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Horford to Marcus Morris. Over to the right side. For three. That won't go. To Fox. Harrison Barnes powers it through.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
To Horford. Can't connect. It's Sacramento ball. Here comes the screen. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws. Rozier with it. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Screen coming. To Rozier. Willie Cauley-Stein sends it away. Fourth this contest.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Healed shot won't go.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an angle on that man.
Off the assist.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Rozier into the front court. His guys trail by 10. Here comes the screen. To Marcus Morris.
Up by 1-0.
Al Horford going to the line to shoot 2.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Al Horford at the line for 2 shots. Shoots it at 75% for his career. First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2.
How much Fox got?
Sacramento ball.
I got ball.
De'Aaron Fox.
Points.
Probing the defense. The screen sets him up for 2.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
I think 1-5.
To Jaylen Brown. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Going to launch beyond the arc. Defense all over Rozier. Can't connect. Into the front court. It's Fox. Lead stands at 10.
Then I wonder who is the player of this game for sack.
Kicks it around the perimeter. Barnes to Hield. 4-3. Knocks it down in the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
The most important part for the offensive player is to create space. If you can create space, you can find your rhythm. And that's what we saw.
Buddy Hield with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 86% from the line. It's the free throw. Celtics have it. Sizing up the defense. Surveys the floor. To Marcus Smart. No good and no foul. Here comes the screen. Buddy Hield. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Willie Cauley-Stein trying to cash in on the 3-point play. Career mark of 64%.
Willie putting in work.
Unable to connect on the free throw. To Hayward. From long range. Can't connect. Great defense there, forcing the pickup to Fox. Down to Cauley-Stein. 5 on the shot clock. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but
Hayward
we're watching
had a
one man
great game
carry
yesterday.
4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Here comes the screen. Layup layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always
I believe
strive
he
for.
dropped 3-0.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Hayward.
He's been doing good lately. He
And
just
count the
hit a
basket
game winner.
inside.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Fox with it. They lead it by 14. Nothing going here on that drive. 17-footer at the buzzer. It's the Kings who get the victory as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up.
Word, boy Hayward looking good so far. Slowly
The
but
Kings
surely he will
almost
get back
let
to
this one
his
get away
form.
from them, but they managed to get the victory. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point.
I hope so.
The Celtics are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. While they did put together quite a highlight reel of dunks in this matchup, they did not put together a win. As we all know, style points never show up on the scoreboard. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always
Look at
happen,
them stats
whether
on.
you're
Wish I
tired or
could
not.
been here earlier to watch the full game.
Player of the game.
Willie Cauley-Stein seemed to think he could only score points with dunks in this game. Again and again. He kept throwing them down, and it was just astonishing.
Really? Cully.
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have
Stein.
their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here we go with the top plays.
Willie went off.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.
You're streaming again or you closing out?